Hello, pretty girl. I'm ready for another glow up. What you think? I wish somebody would have told me how easy it can be to upgrade your life. It doesn't have to be 10 years of a grueling process. It doesn't have to be super hard work where you kill yourself every day, isolate yourself from all your friends. It can actually be really simple and beautiful. If you can hear that, that's my facial steamer starting up. Because in the true soft girl spirit, we are taking care of ourselves today. My acne's going a little bit crazy because my period's about to start. The same way we use a facial steamer to help ourselves extract things easily and also help our skin absorb things more easily, you need to do that for yourself and your life. Because it's not that it's hard to change your life, it's that it's hard to let go of an identity you've become so used to and latch onto another one. Today we're going to be talking about how you can change your entire life easily and in a soft way instead of forcing yourself, like things like 75 hard where you get exhausted and burn out and only a select few can make it through. And also a 30-day challenge that's going to help you do this super easily, called the Pretty Girl Challenge. Before we get started, I do want to say I do have a workbook. It's called Get the Fuck Up, A Pretty Girl's Guide to Success, and it is literally a book of journals, worksheets, practices, and step-by-step lessons on how to completely change your identity in your life, become a happier person, manifest the things that you want, and yeah, just live the pretty girl soft lifestyle that you deserve to live. So before anything, we have to figure out who you want to be. What life do you want to live? You don't have to get really specific right now, because I know for me, I had no idea who I wanted to be. I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to be happy. I knew I wanted to be confident. So right now, get your journal and write down, as detailed as you can get it, the life you would want to live if there was no limits. Don't think small. Don't think from this version of you. Don't think like, oh, I just want like a stable job. No. If everything was possible, which it is, what would you want to do? What would you want your life to look like? What would you want to feel like? What would every day look like for you? Come back to me when you're ready. I will be waiting. Now that you have that determined, I want you to make a little T-chart. On one side, it's this higher version of you where you're living your dream life. And on the other side, it's you now. On the side of your higher version, write down all of the characteristics that they have and the beliefs that they have. For example, that they attract money easily, that they are talented, that they are successful, maybe they dress a certain way, maybe they're disciplined. Write down the key components. And then on your present side, write down what you are right now. So for example, maybe on your future side, it's confident. And then on your right now side, it's insecure. Maybe on your future side, it's take cares of themselves, has a skincare routine. And maybe right now it's no skincare routine, just not taking care of yourself. That's okay. You got to meet yourself where you're at right now. Okay, I promise that the writing is over now. One thing that you have to understand is life is basically a video game. There are infinite possibilities in this video game. There are infinite different paths you can take, and you are choosing what character you want to play right now. Some of you guys are playing NPCs. I gotta be honest with you. Others are playing the hero of their story. Others are playing the villain. Other people are still in the sad monologue part of their story. But no matter what, it is your choice what character you play. And once you realize that choice, your life will completely change. But the thing is, this video game works off a code. Your energy, your vibration. You can't just want a different life. You have to embody a different life. You have to become this new character to then get to move on to their life. There is genuinely infinite choices though. And when you really realize that and come to terms with it, your life is going to become so much easier and more beautiful and just more fulfilled. You have upgraded so many times in your life, whether you realize it or not. The thing is, maybe most of them were just natural upgrades. You upgrade from second grade to third grade and you embody this new character. Maybe you didn't realize it or really decide it because society did for you, but now you're taking the power back into your own hands and you're going to decide your path. You spent your whole life having society and trauma decide who you are. It's time to take that power back. So how do you do that? You have to be able to let go of this current identity, this current character, and step into a new one. Unfortunately, your nervous system is so stuck on being this version of you right now because this is who you've been. This is who you have deemed as safe. Somewhere in your life, you have developed fears and limiting beliefs that made you believe that this is the safest version of yourself, where you play small, You don't take up too much space. You don't ask for too much. And I'm sorry, but that's just not how life is meant to be. You're not meant to sit here and suffer and barely get by for the rest of your life. So because your nervous system is so scared right now, it is in survival mode. So because of this trauma and the brainwashing of human society, you are in survival mode. And as a response, your nervous system wants to keep you as safe as possible. It does this by keeping you in a routine, by keeping you in an identity that feels safe. And then it uses your reality to mimic, to validate this version of you. So for instance, if you were taught at a young age that you are not worthy, you shouldn't ask for things, you shouldn't dream really big, you should play small, you're going to have a fear that you are unworthy of the life of your dreams. Therefore, your nervous system will kick in and your brain will go on overdrive and create a personality that will be safe in that world with that condition. So you're going to play small. You're going to not take risks. You're going to learn how to adapt and be the person that everybody else wants you to be. Because when you were a kid, if you weren't perfect, maybe your love was revoked, or maybe you felt that horrible sense of rejection. And since your brain is just trying to protect you and it doesn't understand that this isn't an actual physical danger, it is going to go into overdrive and create that personality. So as a result, your reality is going to mimic and validate that personality. So now you're not making very much money. You have a job you don't really like. You maybe are anxious. You are scared to speak out in public. You don't take risks, etc. Which means the only way to start breaking this identity is to start breaking the reality that validates it. When you start changing things in your reality, in your routine, in your life, while simultaneously having a goal of where you want to be, while simultaneously knowing that there's more out there for you, you're going to have no choice but to start to shift into that new reality. And the reason that you have to do it in a more soft way is because you are still acting from a lacking belief if you are forcing yourself to be miserable to try to create a goal. If you're trying to force yourself to make money by separating yourself from all your friends and just making yourself miserable, that's not acting from your new identity. That's not acting from a new character, a new life. This is still just your brain on overdrive, trying to create a life where you are unworthy, where you need to play small, where you need to do the most to have anything. A person that has the life of their dreams simply lives their life. They take risks. They trust themselves to attract the things that they want to attract. They don't force things. So that's enough yap. You're going to see the results and you're going to have to trust me. I know it might not make complete sense right now, but you're going to trust me once you see the results. So on to the pretty girl challenge. For this challenge, you're going to journal twice a day. Once when you wake up, you're going to journal dump. Journal dumping is literally, as soon as you wake up, you get your journal and you just write any and everything that comes to mind. Doesn't matter if it's negative or positive, you do it without judgment. Get all of that bullshit out of your head for the day. So then you can start to be in a more meditative state. Because if you're not experiencing life for what it is, if you're not experiencing reality for what it is and the infinite possibilities that it is, you're going to be living in your mind. And your mind is where your old identity is. At the end of the journal dump, you're going to put an intention for the day. An intention meaning something like, today I'm going to be more positive. Today I'm going to be more confident. Today I'm going to talk to more people. Something that your higher self would be doing today. This helps you just have a goal for the day, have a direction for the day, have a knowing of the person you're going to be today. And then finish it off with 3 things you're grateful for, because positivity, gratitude, love is the highest vibration. I forgot to say this, but for your second journal, all you're going to do is sum up your day, say things that you were grateful for, and just talk about how you showed yourself that you were already your highest version of yourself. Second thing we're going to do. 1 meal a day that you can be proud of. Being proud of a meal can be different for everybody. If you're somebody that eats out all the time, maybe just make a meal inside. If you're somebody that already eats in, maybe just make a healthier meal. Maybe you don't eat enough. Make a meal that's fulfilling. It's not about diet culture or trying to get skinnier or whatever. It's just about nourishing and loving your body. This is a physical way to show your body and your brain like, look, I love myself. I take care of myself. I'm nourishing myself. I'm not just putting whatever in my body. Like, I care enough. Because your highest version of yourself, they care. Maybe not just specifically about food, but they care about themselves. They have enough respect for themselves to do the things they need to do to live a prosperous, healthy life. Which leads me to my second thing, 30 minutes of exercise. This can be yoga, the gym, a walk. I literally don't care what it is. But exercising, first of all, once again, shows that you respect your body. But second of all, helps you move stagnant energy. If you are one of those people that feel really icky and gross all day and then look at your day and realize you just kind of bed rotted all day, or you just went to work and then laid in bed, you're going to have that icky feeling because you have so much stagnant energy in your body. We are meant to be moving. We are meant to be doing things. We're not just meant to be sitting around all day. Not to mention, exercise really helps your mental health, and it gives you motivation and makes you want to do more. It helps you look in the mirror and be more confident. Like, exercise is so important. Just 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. That's one Netflix episode. The next thing you need to do is 30 minutes of creativity. This is one of the most important ones. Creativity is really lacking in our society today. And it causes people to be stuck in ruts. It causes people to be stuck in cycles. Creativity is the only way the entire world is able to move forward. It took somebody creative enough to sit here and make electricity, to make peanut butter, to make clothes. Everything that you are going to do in this world is going to spawn from your own creative thinking. And right now, if you are in survival mode, you're probably really out of your creative energy. It's not likely that you're creating from your heart. And if you're already somebody that is more artistic and already creates things, make sure this 30 minutes is very flowy. It's very peaceful. Do not overcomplicate it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be you. It needs to be flowing. It could be whatever emotions you're feeling in the moment. It can be your essence, but it needs to be natural, because this is how you tap into your true essence. Your soul is an all-powerful, beautiful place that can create literally anything. You need to get back in touch with it in order to start accessing different possibilities and identities for yourself. Because right now, like I said, if you're in survival mode and you're stuck in this little identity, it's because your brain has blocked off all of your other beautiful characteristics in order to fit into a world where you have to shrink, in order to fit in a world where you feel that you have to protect yourself in order to feel safe. We are getting out of survival mode and into creative mode to create the life of our dreams. Along with that, we're going to do 15 minutes of learning. Learn about something that you're passionate about. Read about something that you want to do. It can be starting a business. It can be learning the piano. It can be just self-improvement things. But 15 minutes of learning something is going to signal to your brain that not only creatively, but like intellectually, you were moving up as a person. You have the ability to be more than what you are. Because if you stay in this like one little education bracket that you have, your brain is going to be like, you are literally not capable. You're not capable of doing more right now. Like, you don't even have the skill sets. You don't even have the da-da-da. But if you show yourself like, no, I can actually teach myself things. No, I can actually be more than what I am right now. And it's not that hard. 15 minutes a day, like, I'm literally getting smarter every day. So many people are not doing that. I'm ahead of so many other people. It really just helps relax your brain and helps you realize like, yeah, I can do this. It makes it more realistic. It closes the gap between this higher version of yourself and you. Because you already are your highest version of yourself. You're just playing this smaller character. That's what you have to understand throughout this process. We are also going to fit in 20 to 30 minutes of self-care. It's so hard to believe that you can be more than what you are when you're not showing yourself that you love yourself and you care about yourself. It is so easy to neglect yourself in this world where you're just surviving. You got to go to work. Maybe you got to take care of kids. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to go to school. But when is it time for you to just relax and take care of yourself? When is it time for you to feel peace, to feel love? Who's taking care of you when you're taking care of everybody else? If you are always putting others before yourself and not taking any time for yourself, you are never going to be able to upgrade your life. You're never going to be able to be happy. That's why people pleasing is such a horrible thing for the person people pleasing. You end up putting all of your energy into other people instead of yourself. 30 minutes of self-care, whether it's a facial, whether it's doing your nails, whether it's literally whatever your thing is. Maybe it's just taking a bath. Maybe it's just 30 minutes of reading to yourself with a candle, like showing yourself that you're able to romance yourself a little bit, that you're able to love yourself and make time for yourself, that you're worthy of that. It really helps upgrade your self-concept. Your self-concept is everything. Until you know that you are worthy, until you love yourself enough to know that you are worthy, you are not going to be able to upgrade your life. It's so important. It's so important. This one y'all might be a little mad at me for, but we're going to do 10 minutes of meditation. 10 minutes of meditation. It's not as bad as you think it is. It might be a little bit hard at first, but meditation is so important. If we can meditate throughout our full day, life would be so much easier and more enjoyable. We are so stuck in our minds all the time that we literally can't experience reality for what it is. We can't see all of the beauty in front of us, all of the different possibilities, because we're so stuck in our mind, our past, our future, our responsibilities, our stresses, and we can't enjoy the moment. But everything is created in this moment. Everything you will ever do, you're doing in this moment. The past and future literally don't exist. And until you can stabilize your nervous system enough to be able to be in this moment, it's going to be so hard for you to create anything. Meditation is the ability to observe and experience without attaching. Just looking around and seeing things for what it is. Not living in your mind all the time. Like being able to see things for what it is. I can't name it better than that. It's a feeling of euphoria. It's a feeling of peace. If you are currently safe, if you're currently not in danger, you deserve to feel peace. Yeah, there might be crazy things going on in your life, but you deserve peace. And you can only get that if you're in the moment. So try meditating for 10 minutes a day. You can do the walking thing. There's an amazing man named Joe Dispenza. He has this heart coherence meditation. I think it's a really beautiful way to get in touch with your higher self and feel that love and gratitude and enjoyment. It's a great day to start your day, end your day. 10 minutes of literally just sitting in silence and listening to your thoughts. I think that's the scariest one for people. 10 minutes of repeating an affirmation in your head, if that helps. Just 10 minutes of sitting with yourself, of getting away from the chaos and creating peace. Because if you can create peace in any moment, if you can be here in any moment, that means that you have control. If you're a slave to your thoughts, how are you going to create anything? And last but not least, I want you to try one new thing every week. One new thing. One new thing. You can make time to try one new thing. Maybe it's a dance class on your phone. Maybe it's going out and trying a cooking class. Every time I say this, I can only think of classes. You can look on Facebook and you'll see like Facebook meetup groups. Like you can go and like make random new friends. You can go out to a bar by yourself and do karaoke. Just one new thing to show yourself you're not afraid of change. You're not afraid of new things. You're not afraid to start a new life. You're not afraid to experience new things. And when you experience these new things, you're also going to, 1, get so much confidence in yourself. 2, learn new life lessons. 3, give yourself more opportunity to attract the things you want in this life. If you're doing the same things every single day on the same little path, how are you going to have new opportunities? How are you going to have the chance? Doing new things, being spontaneous, allows you more chances for luck. Just one time a week. It doesn't have to be every day. Just one time a week. Make time for you to try something new. You deserve to live the life of your dreams. You really do. Now, there are some things I want you to try to do while you're doing this challenge. It's very important that you decide that right now in this moment, you are already your highest version of yourself. Right now in this moment, starting here today, you are the version of yourself that attracts money. You are the version of yourself that is confident. You are the version of yourself that you wrote down earlier. You have all those attributes. That is who you are. And every day I want you to make decisions from that person. And if you feel yourself slipping, that's okay. You're still your highest version of yourself. But you're going to correct yourself because you respect and love yourself enough to stay in your identity. Second, I need you to observe your thoughts. If you are having thoughts that do not match your highest self, correct them. Correct them with 3 reasons they're not true. So like I told you, I used to be really anxious. I could not talk to new people at all. At this point, I was already an adult. I was like 19 years old. So when I was at work and things like that, I would be really scared to talk to people. And I would realize I would be in my head like, oh, like I'm going to embarrass myself. The interaction is going to be so awkward. And I would correct myself like, no, don't you remember when you made your mom laugh earlier? Like you're literally hilarious. No, like, don't you remember that one time when you did karaoke and it was like great and amazing and you were scared, but it was like great? Like, just give like yourself 3 reasons it's not true, because you're proving to yourself that like, it is literally an illusion. If you have a repetitive thought coming up though, I think it's really great to write that thought down and then ask yourself why you have the thought. Like, what is the fear behind it? You know, if I'm really anxious, why do I have this fear of talking to people? Why do I feel like I am not good at talking to people? Oh, when I was a kid, I used to get bullied. That made me fearful of not being accepted. Now I'm an adult. I don't need to be accepted by everybody. I realized that I am my own person and I love myself on my own. I don't need to seek validation from others. The more you can like work through your thoughts like that, the easier it's going to be to accept your new reality. In that same like area of things, I want you to be very aware if you're too in your head. Like if you're just sitting here way overthinking things, especially if you're trying to create something, if you're trying to do something, even if you're at work, try to bring yourself back to the present moment. Take some deep breaths. Tell yourself you are safe here. You're already your highest version of yourself. There's nothing you could do to take away from that. You love yourself. You accept yourself, blah, 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 blah. And bring yourself back to that moment and just be like, I want to experience life. I don't need to be in my head all the time. A lot of times I'll literally like thank my brain, like, thank you for trying to protect me. But right now I'm just enjoying my life. I'm completely safe. You can chill out. I'm going to go back to my life now. Also, you need to pay attention to your intuition. When you're doing all these things, you know, calming your nervous system down, being creative, coming back to your true self, you're going to start to get intuitive gut feelings, especially if you're a woman. Like, you are going to have intuitive feelings and you need to listen to them. These intuitive feelings, whether it's not talking to somebody, whether it is talking to somebody, it's creating something, it's an idea that pops to your mind, act on them immediately. Act on them. And there's a difference between an intuitive feeling and a programming. Okay, so make sure it's not coming from like a limiting belief or a fear, but if it's just a gut feeling, like you feel like in your heart and your soul, or like a thought comes to your mind, like to create something, like you have to act on those. Those are the things that are going to really shift your life. Even if it's something simple like, you know, I want to go out today. I want to go to the mall today. That might be where you meet somebody that's going to change your life. Act on it. Do it. Stop second guessing yourself all the time. Trust yourself. And if you ever are feeling really doubtful, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have this life that I want, you can ask for signs. I don't know if you believe in God or the universe or just your highest self, but regardless, you can ask for signs and you will get them. Can you please give me a sign? Show me a butterfly if my manifestations are coming true. That butterfly will come. And it shows you how you can call on things in this reality so easily. And it just validates you a little bit more when you don't always have somebody to validate you and you don't have the strength to validate yourself. On that same like wave, for lack of a better word, like on that same like wave or same topic of listening to your intuition, listen to yourself when you know somebody's not good for you. Listen to yourself when you know a habit isn't good for you or not aligning with your highest self. You know, you're going to realize as you do this that there are a lot of things in your life that just don't match who you want to be and are really just coping mechanisms. Maybe you're with somebody right now that really isn't very good for you and is really just a way of you coping with not being your highest self in some way or a fear that you have. And you're going to realize that throughout this. Like, you're going to realize these things. And instead of ignoring that feeling or like talking yourself out of it, really, really consider it. I know you can't always just drop things, like especially if it's a person in your life. It's really hard to just drop something sometimes, but at least really consider it and like look at it objectively instead of looking at something like, oh, well, this is just something I've always done. Look at it like, how does this make me feel though? What is the typical interaction I have with this thing? Is it really leading me to my highest, best self? Am I living my best life? Can I live my best life with this still here? And if the answer is no, get rid of it. Please, for your own good. We really self-sabotage so much trying to be comfortable. Anything that a habit can give you, a person can give you, a object can give you, you can give yourself. I promise you. Even like if you smoke or drink, you can give yourself that high feeling. I promise you, I've done it before. I did it for a long period of time. There's a time I had like no thoughts at all. I wasn't judging anything and I was so happy and just high off life. And at that time, right before that, I used to smoke all the time. And I literally just stopped liking smoking. Like, I was really like, I'm already so high off of life. Like, I feel like this is starting to give me the opposite effect that it used to. Instead of chilling me out, now I just feel like it's making me anxious. Because a lot of times these things will like give you the opposite of whatever your vibration kind of was. The ability to let go of things that keep you grounded in your past reality and accept new things into your reality is pretty much the only skill you need. Is the only skill you need to progress yourself and have the life of your dreams. It can happen so fast for you. It really can. If you had told me I would be here today, book written, book sold, published, 20,000 people that sit here and listen to me and love me, I would have never believed you. I didn't even think I was going to live past 16. It's never too late for you. It really isn't. In these 30 days, you're going to completely change your life. And I'm so excited for you. I am so confident of this that I want you to comment right now something that you want to happen in the next 30 days. And it is going to happen. I want you to comment it, and you're going to come back to this comment. You're going to come back to this video and be like, oh my God, it really happened. No way, she was right. I'm so excited for you. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I'm about to get ready for the gym. I love you so much. Sincerely, Drea.